What up, what up, what up, and welcome back to another season of The Sounding Board. We hope that everybody has had an amazing summer. We know we have been gone for a really long time, but to be honest, the reason why we've been gone, we are changing our podcast platform from just you hearing us in your ears to being a visual podcast. We are going to be on Spotify, we're going to be on YouTube, we're going to be all over your feed on everything that you're doing. And during this time away, we have actually been working on all of those things. So today we are coming back for season 3 of the Sounding Board. We know you're excited. We're excited to have you. So welcome back to season 3 of the Sounding Board. First and foremost, how is everybody doing? How was all y'all summer? I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. It's been crazy. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing
What you
good.
talking about? You saw us last
But
week.
She
I'm
ain't gotta put me on blast like that. I really did. Okay, okay. Joy's right.
I didn't see her last
No,
week.
so I didn't see Jarrell last week, but I did see Joy and Zakia last week in North Carolina. Uh, yeah.
You saw
So
Jarrell this morning.
I did. I did. Dang. Okay. So y'all just put me on blast today. So I saw Jarrell this morning. I saw Zakia and Joy last weekend. I saw Cheryl last weekend. So really, I've been
you just
around.
you just haven't seen us in this format in a while.
Correct. That's what I'm trying to say. I haven't seen you guys in this format of being back together as one group, talking about nonsense that's going on in our world. Because it's been crazy. So it seems like y'all know how my life was. How has your summer gone, Jarrell? How was your summer?
So first off, I'd like to say summer hasn't officially
Okay.
ended. I think it's going to officially end September 21st or
Something like that.
Does
22nd, one of
Florida
those.
does the summer
Yeah, yeah.
actually really end in Florida though?
No. I mean it.
I mean,
Yeah,
if we want to go there,
it does end.
technically it does, but we always are known for the sunshine state, right? So I appreciate
Siri said
sunshine.
it's the 22nd, so
Um,
10 more days.
10 more days.
I'm not
oh, 10
ready.
more
That's
days of summer.
sad.
Okay.
That is.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. I feel as though it flew on by. I mean, here we are talking about September, almost
Yeah.
October, right? And the next, I guess, major quasi holiday, because it's not
Yeah.
necessarily a major holiday, would be Halloween. And we're trying to plan
Yeah.
things to do for Halloween, right? And it just seems as though this was last year when we were talking about, oh, what we're gonna do, and but it's COVID-19, and here we are again with the Delta variant and some of these other variants that's popping up, and still hoping to plan Halloween activities. But so that's where I'm at right now, just taking in the fact that time has flew on by, and trying my best to also allocate time to reflect
Oh yeah.
on what I did for 2021. Wow, even saying that
I
is
mean,
it's a
that's
bit,
good.
yeah,
That's good. It sounds
yeah.
like
Uh,
you're looking towards the future, like you always are, which is great. But the question was, how was your summer? I'm just.
Whoa. Well, another thing I would highlight, I've learned the importance of um, looking at politicians when they answer a question. So usually what they do is,
They
so if they don't
they
necessarily want to
deflect. Uh
answer the
huh.
question, they deflect, or what they do, they just say things that they have a desire to say. So, like, I had a desire to talk about the
I
future. I
thought
didn't have a desire to
I
talk
thought
about
your
the
That's
summer was
good.
past.
just that
That's
bad.
So
good.
that's what I did. I'm learning.
I thought your summer was just that bad or something.
What
Right?
did
I was
Joy
like,
say?
dang, he didn't. I'm like,
Yeah.
he just went straight for the future. Like he's
Uh,
talking about Halloween, didn't talk about Fourth of July, Memorial
You're like, oh,
Day.
gotta leave all that in the past. It was just so unmentionable.
Jarrell's probably already drinking the pumpkin spice lattes, I
yeah.
bet.
No. Oh
No,
man.
I
I don't do the
am. I
latte
got my
thing. Too
basic
much
pumpkin
sugar.
spice lattes on a not a regular basis, just like the
Oh,
margaritas.
okay.
I might get one
All
every
right.
other time.
So when did Starbucks actually bring them out? Is it like early
Ooh,
August, late
Hmm.
July?
either late July or
I think
early. I think it was late July.
I think it's
That
late
don't even make
August.
no sense. That don't make no sense. Like it's still hot, and people
Mm,
want pumpkin spice. But you know what?
um,
I did see pumpkins at Publix yesterday. I was like, oh wow, they're pushing this. They're pushing this hard.
well, Starbucks isn't the only one with the
Oh.
pumpkin spice, so it's like it
Oh
just
really?
kind of depends on like what the store is, what the place is when they
Do,
start
do
rolling it
you
out.
do you like when you say Starbucks? What other is it? Dunkin' Donuts? Is it like
Mm.
Dunkin', but then also stores, like as soon
okay,
as 4th of July is over, they start putting pumpkins and fall decor in like Michael's and all those other stores. And so the grocery stores fall right in line. They have the pumpkin spice
you're
creamer.
right. Mm,
I don't know what else. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then also like the baking goods as well, because I do recall seeing some like pumpkin related baking goods in Trader Joe's. So yeah, that makes sense. They're catering to the market. Everyone
I
wants
guess
to talk about, the fall
maybe.
season. So see, I'm not the only one, right? I'm just
I
jumping
suppose
on the
you're right. I guess
bandwagon.
I'm just still.
Why focus
I
on the
honestly
past when you
forgot
can
that we were
focus on
in
the future,
September,
huh?
so I was very much so like, why is he thinking about Halloween when we're still in August? We're in September, so I forgot. That was really me. That was my issue, not yours. But thank you for letting us know how your fall is going to be looking. I can't wait to get that invitation for the Halloween party. So I'm excited about it. So let's see, Joy. How was your summer? Because I already know. I know
Sure,
Zakia's summer
sure.
was crazy, so I'm gonna let her go last because I feel like she got a lot to talk about. Joy, you do too, but Zakia. I'm looking at you. She has a lot to say because there was a lot that happened in her summer. So Joy, how was your summer?
Summer's been good. I feel like it's been pretty busy. I guess you could say we start summer in June, maybe Memorial
Okay,
Day, if you want to go back to
I'm gonna
Memorial
include
Day.
Memorial Day.
I think that was the last time we were like on this podcast talking about the Miami trip. So,
You're right.
um, y'all already know about that.
Mm-hmm.
June, just like a lot of June birthdays going on, I know too many Geminis. um, but yeah, so I had some birthday celebrations throughout the summer. My older sister, my younger sister, they both have summer birthdays.
Okay.
My mom came to visit from California. I went to go visit my friend in Chicago. So all
Nice.
of that stuff was fun. June was just like crazy jam packed. Just a lot going on with travel, and then also a lot going on with work. We've been back in the office, but I've still been doing the virtual thing a few days a week as well. And I guess continuing on work, just a lot of professional development and growth over the summer. I've given different presentations about the things that I've been doing. We wrapped up a mentorship program that I led in June, and then the internship part of that program didn't really go as planned, but still really proud of all of the mentors, the intern, and just the program in itself. Um, but yeah, July, not too much going on there. August, just still really just kind of like filled with work, I guess, as the summer is winding down a little
It
bit and we're
is.
rolling into the fall. So, yeah, fun overall. Summer was fun overall, but a lot of hard work going on too. So,
That's good. It's kind of it was. It sounds like it was like a balance between like work and then like fun with like all the celebrations that you had and everything else. And I mean, honestly, it's still pretty cool that it seems like all your sisters and your mom was able to travel during COVID because but I'm gonna say this because it does feel like when we went to Miami in May, it felt like COVID was about to take a turn for the better. Like I don't know if that's how y'all felt, but I was like, ooh, maybe we're getting over this hump. And then it was like July came, and it was like, oh, actually,
yep.
we're not over this hump. Like there's actually more people that keep dying. Um, so yeah, like it's good that I guess celebrations are still going on because this Delta variant is really not trying to go anywhere. So that's cool. and I'm glad that work is going good. So yeah, sounds like you are definitely. I know maybe we talked about it like last year, where like I think everybody talked about like the things that they wanted to do in like their career and like how they wanted to kind of propel themselves in like certain directions. And it definitely sounds like you're doing that for yourself right now, which is really good. And that's great. Keep on that track because that's what we love to see. We love to see that black excellence, especially in that architecture field. So
Absolutely.
that's good. And I appreciate you for talking about your wrapping up your summer and not deflecting like our homeboy Jarrell. We really sincerely appreciate it. Jarrell, I'm coming for you every chance I get.
I don't really have anything to talk about for the fall yet. Like, I mean, football.
Wow. Hey,
I can tell you about both.
see. I
There we
mean, so it's a
boom. There
great
it is.
balance.
There it
So I
is.
talked about the fall, she talked about the
Yeah.
summer.
I'm
Okay.
tired,
Keeping the
sis.
audience
You tired?
engaged. That's what it's all about.
But
Oh,
no, Jew's
oh,
summer sounds way
next
more lit
level.
than
She
my
is
summer
on the next
was for
level, huh?
sure. Uh, I mean, no. Just hear me
Oh,
out.
okay. Okay. Okay.
There was a lot of work involved with the fun things that we did. So
Mm.
after we talked around that time, like I would say April or May, maybe a little bit of June, me and my husband Joe, y'all seen. Well, the podcast hasn't seen Joe yet in
No.
person. They've just heard him sometimes in a couple episodes. And so we had started furniture shopping and appliance shopping like way back in the spring, early summer, so that we could have everything when we moved into the house. So we did close on July 29th, and then on July 30th, it was the washer and dryer, the fridge, the living room set, the guest bedroom set, almost everything, like dining room table. All of that came the next day. So I would say that was two of the most exciting days of summer for me. And then, of course, last weekend I had my housewarming. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo woo. Woo
And
woo.
being surrounded by so many family and friends was like overwhelming. Y'all know I cried all weekend. Like, I cried all weekend. I still can't handle it. Just you see, I just can't. So to be surrounded by so much love and genuine happiness is all I could want for like the housewarming and also for my birthday. And so I also found out that I was going to be nominated for something this summer. More to come on that. Um, and then I quit my job, which is the only place I've worked full time other than Target, like a long time ago in the summer. So that was a hard decision, but it was actually
The right one.
it was the right one. It was just time to do something new, and for my growth it was time to go in a different direction. And so I'm really excited about how that transition was, just with all the colleagues that supported my decision, both inside and outside of my firm. um, and so I've been off for like over 2 weeks, which is really weird, and I've just been doing things around the house, getting it together, getting my life organized, and then I start the new job next week. Um, what else? And so in the fall, we have the NOMA conference coming up. I was supposed to be going to Detroit for that, but
Is it virtual?
it's both.
Mm.
But I wanted to go for like the pinning ceremony,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
cause you got license.
yeah. So last year they had the pinning ceremony be virtual, for obvious reasons. It was 2020, and this year it was still like up in the air, like which one it's going to be. And so there is an in-person option, but they've decided to just have the pinning be virtual. So I'm
Hello.
just going to stay here and go to like the huge celebration. Oh,
Ah, look who's here! What's
hey.
up, Cheryl? What's up? What's up? So Cheryl,
Yeah.
hold up. So Zakia was right in the middle of talking about something that she's doing in the fall. We'll come right back to you to figure out how your summer was and everything else. So Zakia, continue, and we'll come back to Cheryl.
All right. So yeah, the other thing is I will just be I'll actually be presenting at the conference. I found out a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Me and some friends will be doing a seminar that's basically how to get licensed in your 20s,
Is it
or how we got licensed in our 20s.
who's doing it with you? Is it is it Rachel?
Me, Rachel, and Brianna
Oh,
are the
nice.
panelists, and
Okay.
we'll be moderated by Kristen, who is a fifth year architecture student.
Oh, good for her. Has she? Do you know if she started her licensure process? Because apparently you can not as an architect. Okay, so she can't.
Yeah, I mean, she can start logging hours, but she can't start taking exams.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So she's been logging hours. She's one of my mentees, actually. She's just gonna do amazing things.
Ball. Okay. Awesome. So that's great. So, Zakia, sounds like your summer was jam packed full of your new home. It was coming in with some greatness with your job. You know, we heard that you got a new job. We were so excited about it. For everybody who's listening, you know, I'm sure you've heard us talk about a lot about our jobs and how we all have issues with our companies and how we all like them but we don't like them, and it's really just really good to see how Zakia made a transition that is going to better her and better her life with her husband and all these other things that are going on in your life. And I know last weekend you saw all of us except for Jarrell, because Jarrell was in Indiana and the rest of us were there. We love you, Jarrell.
Yes.
But nonetheless, it was good to see you, and it was good to just like kind of like embrace after all these things that have been going on. What? Yeah.
Cheryl was there.
I
Cheryl
mean,
had
but you
the
had
You
weekend
feel some type
off.
of way now, huh?
he do. He does.
You know?
He's
He was
like,
fine, so he was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
the new
Cheryl
So
job.
was
Cheryl
there
was there
too."
as well?
Things are different.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was the only one missing out, huh? Mm.
exactly. We were surprised.
We did. It was fun.
We did.
Oh, that's
We
a
did.
surprise.
It was
Okay.
fun. But yeah, it was good.
Summer.
So Cheryl, really, what we're doing right now is we're just talking
Okay. Well,
about
that's
like
great to
our
hear that
summary of like
taking
our
time
summer, like
off
a
for
recap.
yourself as
How was
well.
your summer?
And I'm
How's
sure
it
you all
going?
had quite the time,
So
right?
far, Jarrell has told us
Okay.
about
Okay.
his fall. Joy has told us about her summer, and Zakia has told us about her summer and fall. So really, now
Tell
it's
us
your
how you really
chance to
feel,
talk about
Sheba.
really the whole year, honestly. And then maybe I'll talk about last year, this year, next year. I don't really know
That's
at this
true.
point.
Technically, the first day of fall is not for another 10 days. But it's about to be,
Okay,
well, I know
technically
it's hot
summer's
down there
not
all the time,
over,
but like it's going to be in the 90s here this
but
week,
it's
so
like after
it's
Labor
still
Day. Once
summer,
Labor Day passed, I'm like,
technically.
okay, it's fall.
Yeah, and
Relax.
we should also highlight summer isn't over as
Okay,
yet,
maybe it is still
right?
summer.
After Cheryl and
But is
before
summer
you,
ever
Sheba,
really
I'm
over in
curious if
Florida?
Jarrell has big plans for these next 10 days because he's
I mean, like,
summer ain't
okay,
over yet. You know, I
hold.
just, we'll come
In
back
like
to that.
December, maybe January. Not where you
That's
are.
what
Yes, the
Joy said.
Panhandle.
It
You don't live in the
is. It gets
Panhandle.
cold.
It's chilly.
It gets cold. The
I, girl.
Panhandle. No.
It's
Well,
it's
you
like
know,
January,
I
February.
happened to
It's a
also
light
live in
chill.
Florida for
But you
4
didn't say
years,
where I was. You
so
said if
Chilly.
I
Florida got cold.
understand.
Florida does get cold.
I
I just
know.
don't happen to live in the
Clearly, you
area that
forgot. You
gets
know, I'm in a
cold.
much better place though. So not because of you, because of work.
You
Because
left
of
us.
work. Okay. All right.
No,
Hold on. I am. Who
Okay.
thinks that
does.
I'm in a better
Hold on,
place
hold on.
personally and
Y'all,
It
professionally?
listen.
does.
The sounding board.
Okay.
Members.
Like,
Members. Did y'all
okay,
hear her?
Jarrell.
Just
Jarella had the weekend off last
no,
weekend, the
no, we
whole
know.
weekend. Granted, we had practice this morning, but it's only because we had a meet on Friday and they were off yesterday. So,
She had the
so
whole
my
weekend,
summer.
Jarrell. That honestly never
Golly.
happened.
What did I do this summer? I feel like I went multiple places. Oh, I went on 2 vacations, one with my
Well,
parents to a
yeah,
place
let's
called
go
Cape
ahead and do your summer.
Charles in Virginia. That was nice, very interesting. The water was very shallow there. It was supposed to be like beach area, which it was, but the water didn't really go past like no, I think maybe it's just like that in that area. I don't know. The water didn't go past like our like knees, I don't think. So it was pretty shallow. And then I went to Cape Cod to visit my former coworkers. One of them retired up there, and so checked out Boston the first day we were there, which I think that might have been my first time in Boston. It was beautiful. And then went out to Cape Cod and had my first lobster roll, which was delicious. I did not think that I liked lobster, but I was wrong. And otherwise, like, just kind of got things in order around my apartment. Like, actually had some time to hang out with friends up here, which was nice. And,
Mm.
worked a couple hours every day, got paid for working those hours. So that's different from the last place. And then just literally on Friday, officially got my pay raise. So, yay, very excited about that. So now I can do more extracurricular activities, obviously pending COVID. But yeah, so things have been great for me, honestly. Like, I like, oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Just,
We love to see
where
that.
I work now, like, I've been here for
So you moving
nine
out of Florida
months, and
really
this is a
was the
second
best thing
pay
that you
raise
could
that
have done
I've
at that
gotten,
time.
and I think a third is on the way. So, like, I'm not as stressed. Like, I have things to do. I have a lot going on with the amount of people that I have to treat, but I am not stressed. I am not burnt out. Like, night and day
She said a
difference.
third on the
I am
way.
very
Oh,
happy.
jeez.
Hmm.
That's awesome. We are very happy to hear that because we know how you were previously, and we are very happy to hear that Virginia
Value.
is where everything has
They
come back
value
full circle and
what
it's
I
like
do, which
culminating
is
to be
nice.
exactly what you needed to be. But that
Hmm.
third increase in 9 months, sheesh.
It's you. Let's hear about
Yeah,
your
value.
summer, Shima.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Let's see. So, I guess is it my turn? I guess. Oh, it's me. Oh boy. My summer 2021. Yeah, 2021. Summer 2021 has been pretty good. I'm gonna start with like Memorial Day. So Memorial Day was really just to cap it off. It was the beginning of summer for me. Y'all, everybody on the podcast knows, all our listeners know how Miami went. You all saw it on all of our social media, so you know how it went. I don't even need to describe it. But after that, have I traveled much in the summer? I feel like I have. I've been going to other places in Florida. I've been discovering new things and new cities. I got to watch some of the younger people that I talk to and that are like close relatives graduate from high school, start their journeys into college. So that's been really nice. Family, that's his own thing. It looks like this summer my mom and I, will be going making some transitions, which is pretty cool for myself and for her. Job wise, I don't know if I talked about it, but like I think I might have. I don't know. We have a new boss in my office, and it's really going well now. For some reason, I feel like now I'm kind of in like a new role, but not really in a new role. It's like a weird place for me to be in, but I'm embracing it. I'm back in grad school, so I'm taking another class, and this class is really showing me that I honestly probably should have been this major in college. Maybe my degree that I have was useful, but I probably should have or could have minored in business because I'm like, y'all know me. I have been just talking nonstop about business, 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 business. It all makes sense. It's all just coming together. But also, since we're all friends on the pod, probably should just cue you all into the fall and like the rest of the trajectory since I'm not looking at, just this year, I'm looking at the future. For those of you who don't know me, I am Shima. I am the producer of this show. All these people on this podcast are my friends, and they all know me really, 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 really well. And when I was in high school, Zakia knows that I was torn between being an architect, which I am not. I'm a landscape architect, and a lawyer, which I am not. However, I have made the decision that I am going to pursue my passion, which is law. I have always wanted to be a lawyer. I have always envisioned myself in a courtroom. And I have decided that once I finish my MBA, which will be probably next year, I will be going to law school. I don't know where yet, but I will be going to law school to become a lawyer. Now, don't ask me what particular law I want to go into because I have dreams of being a state attorney, but that could change when I'm in law school. So, as of right now, I will aspire to be the state attorney for the state of Florida at some point, maybe North Carolina, depending on where I end up. But yes, after I get my MBA, I will be going to law school. So y'all got to hold me to it on this
Yes.
podcast and all the listeners.
Yeah.
Hold me to it. I said it. I said it live. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We were just talking about this like a couple days ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Prayed about
wow.
it. Prayed about it. Talked about it to Jesus and my mom and to other people in my life who were pretty important. And they just everybody sees it. And my mom was one that she's always been very much so like she's been waiting for me to switch for the longest time because she thought my first year at Virginia Tech I was going to switch. I was going to basically transfer out of Virginia Tech, go to UNC, and actually follow my passion. And when I didn't do that, she was like, "Oh, she really likes this landscape architecture." And truly, I do like the degree that I have. I like my job, but it's not necessarily what draws me or what gets me up every morning. Like I like who I work for. I like the projects that I do, but I genuinely think I can touch more people doing business and law versus landscape architecture. Now, will I not use my landscape architecture degree? Oh, I absolutely will use that in every way, shape, or form I can. It gives me a way to talk to people on the left side and the right side of my brain. So I'm trying to be all encompassing instead of focusing so much on one side and not really nurturing the other side. So everybody always says I'm a jack of all trades. Well, I'm really about to show you I'm a jack of all trades. So there we go. So that's my 2021, 2022 outlook. I'm going to be in the books a whole lot more than I already am. So yeah, y'all won't catch me catching flights as much. I'll probably catch a flight, 3 times a year instead of 5, but it's all right. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say that Zakia and I are
thought
going
about
to
that.
be
Oh.
going to Togo.
But first things first, we didn't even say anything about the engagement on Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, we didn't even say
And that's
that.
what I was thinking about. But yeah, one of our best friends got engaged on Juneteenth to
She
love her
did.
life.
She did. It surprised all of us. We had no idea. I didn't. I just came up there for a Juneteenth celebration. Next thing I know, there was a ring being popped out, and I'm screaming. So it was really good though. It was awesome.
And it's funny because I always see videos of like people doing the most at engagements, like like the surrounding crowd or the audience, whatever. And
That was y'all.
I'm like, I understand the excitement, but at the same time, like y'all, some of y'all could take away from the moment, right? Y'all listen.
Mm-hmm.
As a best friend, I'm like, I gotta get this video. I gotta get these angles. Not for me, but for her, because I know you can't like. When Joe proposed, I heard maybe a third of what he said. The rest is like me like spacing out, like blacking out, like crying. I can't. It's too much going on. So when he popped the question, I was like, I felt the moment starting, so I had started recording, and then I like ran around to like get a better angle so I could see her face, and it was funny. I looked there, I was like, I was that person.
Girl, she was that person, and I was the person that was screaming. Because it wasn't happening to me, but it was also happening to me. And my voice scream is in everybody's video. I know it is because it was loud.
Oh. So yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. And she asked us last week to be her bridesmaid. Her matron of honor is Zakia, because Zakia is obviously married. And then I am one of her bridesmaids.
You're like in charge of things. Yes.
I'm not a matron.
I thought you were maid of honor.
I am.
Didn't it say that? It's not a bridesmaid.
Yes.
This is different.
Oh.
Like when it comes to like planning
You're a maid
the
of
bridal
honor.
party, or not the bridal party. What is it called?
Is that
no,
is
but
that
the
like
other thing, bridal shower,
like,
bridal
yes.
shower, that
Oh,
too,
wow.
bridal shower, bachelorette
She doesn't.
party.
So the bachelorette party.
I could do that. I feel special.
Oh, bridal shower.
I'm a maid of honor.
Yes, girl.
That's
So crazy. So
okay.
yeah, she actually has decided to have matron of honor.
You just
maid
found
of honor,
out.
and then
You're
just
you're
two
in,
junior
yeah.
bridesmaids. So no, there's no in between.
Okay. Cool.
You
really
top tier, Shotty.
I'm top tier over here. yeah, top
So
tier.
yeah, the wedding will be in Togo, and
I'm excited.
We're gonna fly out. We're gonna get flew out.
I'm ready for these flights to go on sale because I be looking and it's too far in advance. But now, actually, since we're in September, we probably can look at it now because I think I was looking in July and you can't look over a year in advance. So I think I can look now. But I'm excited for it. That's gonna be cool. So but yeah, so that's good. I'm
He's
glad
not
everybody's summer is going good.
ready.
Everybody's summer went well, and apparently, according to Jarrell, who somehow dropped off because he knew that the heat was coming for him, um, thinks that there's 10 days. Yeah, he wasn't ready. There's 10 days left in summer. So honestly, if you're listening to this, if you're watching us right now, enjoy those last 10 days. If you're in a place where it's hot and it's tropical, like Florida, have a ball.
I
Enjoy
hope
the
not.
last few days of summer because I'm sure
I will
climate
say
change is going to come
I missed
and screw
fall.
it up,
I
and
didn't
you're going to be
realize. I
freezing
like fall.
by the middle of October. So
I missed it when I
enjoy
was down
this
in.
cool weather. So
It's just so.
That first crispy
It's just
day
so nice.
where that wind just came and it was just subtle and it just hit you like, ooh, stay for a while.
I mean, I honestly do like fall. The best temperature for me is really
Oh, see, I would
like
say
a
like
solid
70.
62. 60 between 50 and
Yeah,
62.
like that's a good
that's like my range
spot.
of like perfect weather.
That's cold. Yeah, I would say like 70, 75.
Yeah.
I like to have like a little jacket on, a little quarter zip Patagonia, a little sweatshirt on. You know.
Somebody sponsor her.
Please, hey, Patagonia, listen, I rep y'all stuff all the time. Patagonia, Nike, Adidas, y'all, anybody want it. I can put these brands anywhere. I won't sell my soul, but I'll put the brands on my shirt.
Well, we started to.
Speaking of
I don't think we got through the whole thing, right, last weekend?
Did y'all listen to the DONDA album?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only part I've listened to.
I listened to the whole thing.
Joy got me last week. She really told me to listen to it because she said that Donda was better than Certified Lover Boy. And honestly, when she told me that, I said that can't possibly be because Drake couldn't possibly get out smoked by Kanye West. And I thought her claims were delusional.
It's trash.
But Joy was right. I went back and listened to Certified Lover Boy, and my God, that is some trash. Sorry, Drake, love you, but it's some trash. I will put it out there. I'm willing to put myself out there to get cut down.
It's
by
just not.
Donda was much better than Certified Lover Boy.
This conversation is not pleasing to my soul because I love Drake.
No, I love Drake too.
As a person,
don't make me hold up my Drake blanket.
Very good.
I'm not gonna hold you back neither.
We all love Drake, but his album was not. There was two songs. Harder. It was like, it was the song where he's talking about sexy body,
way
and
too
then the
sexy.
song, and way too sexy, and then the song with Future. I was like, okay, or maybe that is a song with Future. I don't know.
There's like two songs with Future. It's way too sexy and another one.
I just didn't really enjoy it, and I didn't want to like Donda. Trust me, I don't like Kanye, and you can come for me again, anybody who's looking at this or listening to it. I don't like Kanye. After what Kanye did,
and it's Taylor Swift.
I thought that was rude.
He didn't. I mean, that's your reason, though. All the disrespectful things Kanye has said, and it's the Taylor Swift.
No, the Taylor Swift. That's the cutoff. No.
Yes.
Let me rephrase. The Taylor Swift was the beginning. That MAGA was the second one, and then him saying black people were slaves. Slavery was a choice was like the big thing. Then I was like, I gotta cut you off at the head. But I will say that the man is a genius. I don't really like his tactics of like how he went about it. With like certain people didn't get credit for the album. Certain people didn't even know that they were getting sampled and X, Y, and Z. But what I will say is that I thought it was really cool that he and Jay-Z were back on a song again. Because we all know that Jay-Z and Kanye, when they created that album, that was pure gold. And I was like, oh, they're back? So that really was like me stepping into Donda and being like, okay, maybe this album is really good. There were some weird things in there, some weird, Satanist moments that I had to skip that song and go to the next song. But overall, my opinion, people, don't come for me. This is my opinion. Donda was much better. How many tracks was on that thing?
Before we get to the tracks, I can't listen to nothing that I gotta look out for the Satan part. I gotta skip over. Like I'm not doing it because I'm not the person that's gonna remember that. Like, there's one part like oh, like when Beyonce says "demon time," like I skip, like I don't say
Yeah.
that part during, but that's it. When it's coming.
Hmm.
I'm not fooling with Kanye. I am not fooling with Kanye because he got too much going on. Is it God or is it Satan? We don't know. We don't know. So
I don't really know. Like,
I
I'm gonna be
just
honest.
mind my business over here. Listen
I
to my
mean,
'90s music.
there were. I mean, and I think that's the hardest part about it is that I don't know if he's really like into Jesus and into God as much as he claims to be, even though he makes good gospel music, or if he's like Satan himself, who was the king. He was an angel of music and got kicked out because he was using music in a bad way. So I don't know if he's like taking that role on where he's like saying, he's like preaching that, oh yeah, I'm a believer in Christ and all this other thing, but then his music is going against all of that. So I don't really know. Now, is the song now, are there a few tracks that are on my playlist? Yes, because some of them were actually like really really good. The one about his mom with Andre 3000, that one kind of touches your heart. But I also don't like it because that's a diss track to Drake. So it's like a parallel. It's like I don't really like it. But like I said, my opinion, y'all, don't come for me in these comment sections or nothing, because I say it when I say it, and I'm sticking by it. I'm not
Kanye's
gonna stick
Kanye.
beside him. I'm gonna stick beside what I said.
He
So,
needs to work on his mental health.
does anybody else
And
have any thoughts?
But I'm here for the Donda album. I mean, from what we heard, I didn't hear the
Yep.
whole thing, but from what we were listening to last week, like, sounded
Yep,
good.
he
mm-hmm.
does. You are here for the Donda album?
Jarrell.
Mm-hmm. Ah, he's back. Hello, sir. Welcome back, Jarrell. Were you running into
Hello.
some technical difficulties out there by the pool?
I was. I think my computer was either
Mm.
overheating or I just
Oh
forgot to
wow,
update it, you know?
that's
Stuff
unfortunate.
like that happens. But it's a good reminder for all those who are listening, right? The importance of updating your computer, restarting on a consistent basis, and then also, making sure that your computer doesn't overheat. Important
Pro tip
things to note.
from
So
the
y'all
man
skipping
himself.
that reminder. That
Uh,
remind me tomorrow that I did for like 2-3 weeks. Don't do it now.
yeah.
Yes, go ahead and do it now.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Not the best thing to do.
So, Jarrell,
Yeah.
what you missed? We were talking about the Donda album from Kanye West and Certified Lover Boy from Drake, because that's like the last thing of the summer that has been going
Oh.
on, that we've really talked about. I said my piece. I think Donda is a better album than Certified Lover Boy. I thought Drake kind of just threw
Mm-hmm.
something out there because he could, and that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, so this is the first time
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing about it. I'm trying to be better about pop culture, right? To be in the cool kids club. But I must say, I appreciate Drake. Drake, he does a excellent job of the lyrics that he usually would use and the message he tries
Mm-hmm.
to get across, right? And one thing I've noticed, he's been trying to utilize a lot of the for the most
Mm-hmm.
part, like Caribbean rhythm, especially, as he usually would partner with folks like Rihanna and using those bass tracks. So I appreciate that.
Drake Drake wants to be a
Kanye,
Caribbean. Drake wants to be an
uh,
island kid so bad, but he's from the six and he needs to calm it down. he wants to be
yeah,
Jamaican
yeah,
so
yeah.
bad.
But I mean, yeah, but he can fit in to a certain degree, to a certain degree. Yeah. But I'll definitely have to maybe take a
Certified
listen
Lover
to
Boy.
it and see what's.
Okay.
Well, yeah, both Certified Lover Boy and then what's the other
Donda.
one? Donta?
Yeah, that's good.
Donda.
It's a black song.
Ah, got
I
it.
don't know.
So,
When you go look at it. Hmm.
cool. But has any of the
But
songs been
Donda's his
playing on the
mom's
radio
name,
Certified
no?
lately?
Lover Boy.
Like,
Yes.
It's named after
Donda.
his mom.
I hadn't
Hmm.
heard a Donda song on the radio. Not down here.
I just want to add real quick.
hmm,
I thought so.
Oh, interesting.
What's up, Zakia? You said
I
you
just
wanted
want
to
to
add.
add that we're not going to skip over fair trade on Certified Lover Boy because if I hear any of y'all that haven't said nothing about fair trade on Instagram talking about I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly, it sounds like a fair trade to me. I'm flagging your post. I am reporting you.
That's like the best line
Of the album.
of the album. And honestly, the fact that I didn't know that. I didn't know that line until you just said it. I didn't know that line until you said it. I'm sorry. I was on Twitter too. I've been on Twitter looking for stuff, and I'm just like, can somebody tell me something about this album? And I didn't see that line.
Let me see. There's
Maybe I wasn't on Black Twitter.
Oh, you're muted, girl.
There's this one page that I follow that, I mean, it had to be like the day after the album dropped. They put up a list of like, am I?
Yeah, you muted. She was going off too.
Oh, see, I was like, I don't think they can hear
Yeah.
me, but my thing doesn't say muted. So these headphones. It was like the day after the album dropped. They had this one page on Instagram that put up like some of the best quotes or lyrics that they found from the album. We'll see if I can find it, but I think that was one of them. I mean, fair trade. That's all.
And what's the line again?
Though.
I've been losing friends and finding
you
peace.
should look up. You should look up
honestly,
who's
that
the
sounds
writer
like a
on that.
fair
Yeah.
trade to me.
Ooh, you know what? He didn't write that. He didn't write that. That was a ghostwriter, but it's a
That's
good
not
line.
your business.
That's not. He rapped it, so he brought it to the forefront.
Yeah.
I thought that is a good line.
Yeah.
You know, I've been losing friends. That sounds like a fair trade to me, and gaining peace. Ooh, that's timely. That's timely, especially because I'm okay. I think that brings up a good question or a good conversation actually, like kind of like a pivot point to be like, it's okay to lose friends and to gain peace when you lose those friendships, because if those people weren't supposed to be in your life anyway, why are we holding on to them? Like, I feel like our generation is better at it, or maybe we're getting better at it, of being like, you know what, you're not really vibing with me right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, we don't have to be friends anymore. And I think that's something that maybe when we were younger we were like afraid to lose friends, but quite frankly I don't think I've ever had that mindset of we have to stay friends. I'm okay with letting people go, because if I let you go, it was probably for a good reason. But I don't know, like I feel like younger kids probably don't have that mindset yet, because they haven't been through life to be like, you know what, bringing people everywhere I go doesn't always bring me goodness, because they could be draining energy from you. Like they could pretend like they're supporting you, they could pretend like they're there for you, they could be doing all these things, and really you be blinded because they're your friend, and you're thinking like, oh, my friend would never do that, when really they're not your friend in the first place. They're just, it's this word that I use. I give the word friend out very rarely. I have few friends, but many associates, because friend is something that, like, you there for the good and the bad. Like, you're there when I'm up, you're there when I'm down, you're there when it's raining, when it's storming, when I have a headache, when I don't want to talk. Like, that's a friend. An associate is someone that I'm like, I kind of go to brunch with sometimes, I associate myself with, but don't put me in the category, oh, that's my friend. No.
Yeah. And then you have
Correct.
colleagues, right?
Correct.
And then
There's a lot of
classmates,
different,
and then
but the
family.
lines
Yeah,
seem to
yeah.
get blurred with a lot of people.
Classifications.
Like, a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, I got a lot of friends," and I'm like, if you say so, good for you. But I couldn't
Yeah,
say
I
that I have
mean,
a lot of friends. I think I
t-
have very few friends and a lot of associates, and my friends know who they are.
yeah, yeah. And to each his own, right? Because I'm sure like each individual has a different definition of
They
what they
might.
consider a friend. But as soon as you said that, I started thinking of, when Facebook really became popular, right? And everyone was just trying to like add people to their friend list because they
Yeah,
wanted to be
those
that
friends.
individual with 700, 800
Yeah.
friends. But even back then, I thought to myself, well, why would I want to have 800 friends on Facebook, but I'm only talking to maybe
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
five of them?
Look at all my
You know, it
friends.
didn't make sense
No,
to me.
I'm
But
that way with
That's
Facebook
to
too.
each his own.
I
that's
used
what
Like
the
I
to
said
top
like,
eight
earlier.
on
oh
my
yeah, like I
Facebook
know
Yeah.
say. What do
you,
you
like we
mean?
went to school together, and I'm like,
That is
now
true.
later in life, I'm like,
That's
I don't know
but you
you.
know
Why
what?
would I be friends with you on Facebook? Like, okay, we might have some sort of, oh, you went here and I went there, but like, I don't know
Mhm.
you, so there's no need for us to
Hmm.
be friends on Facebook. We're not friends in real life, so
Correct. Hmm. Correct.
So I've tried to delete some people on Facebook
Yeah.
when I get on there, and I used to just be like,
hold on. Most
pop
people
up on
are
their
like,
birthdays or
oh,
what.
happy birthday. Zakia's like,
But
oh,
Hmm.
I
delete.
tried to start thinking about it a little more because hey, it is what it is. If they
Hold on.
pop up, y'all know I'm
Hold on.
talking
Hold
about.
on. Hold on. Let's go back.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Let's go back. Let's go back. So you said if they pop
Yes,
up on their birthday, so instead of you sending them a happy birthday,
Delete.
you're like,
I've
like
done
yes,
that.
because
delete.
I've done
it's like
that.
I
I
never
haven't
see
even
you on my
noticed.
feed. Some of them, like
Whoa.
their Facebook page
That's
isn't even
funny.
active anymore. Like the last time they logged in was like 2013. So they're not gonna miss me.
You're
And
right.
like I'll see the
Yeah,
name and I
yeah.
don't
That's a bit
really
savage.
remember who they are. Like I know I haven't talked to them like since high school. It's you can go. But I have started to think about it like a little bit more as I realize like a few months ago someone had reached out to me and I think I had mentioned this on the podcast. Like they didn't know any architects and they were thinking about getting into architecture for like coming
Mm.
from something business or something like um
Planning.
yeah, planning. Right. You remember because I connected her to you.
Yep.
And I'm like, now imagine, I wouldn't say her because we talk, every few years or like pictures and things like that. But imagine it's somebody that I haven't talked to in a while. They haven't talked to me, but they've been following, my journey in architecture and like, even though they've been in the background, they've been inspired in some way. And then like one day we're just like unfriended. Like they'd be like, what? So
Mm.
I've
Hmm.
thought about it a little bit more since then, but I also have at the same time, like Cheryl was saying, you can follow me on Instagram, but I'm
Yeah.
only adding people that I know on Facebook now versus
Correct.
like, back in the day, we met people on Facebook.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think so. I'll be honest. I have not deleted anybody off of my Facebook
Me neither.
since the very beginning. Honestly, like I honestly just haven't. I haven't done the purge that people talk about, just because I'm like, like for me, I'm like, I don't really care. Like if you're on there,
Yeah.
cool. Like I don't really post that much. But like y'all said, I'm more selective of who follows me on Instagram, and I'm more selective of I am known to fix my numbers on Instagram because a lot of times, so like I don't want my followers number. So
Yeah,
like you have
please
your followers
elaborate.
and you have those who are following you. So like who I'm following and
That
who's following
bothers
me.
you, huh?
I don't like for my numbers to be too off. I
I,
don't like for my I'm following this many people to be
that's bullshit though.
lower. No, because it's really not
No, because
because it's
like, for what though? For
so
what?
for me, my followers, I don't care how many followers I have. Like I don't care like what the number is. But who I'm following, I care about because quite frankly, if I'm only going to get on my phone for
But
like
part of that is
5 minutes
Instagram
of the
stuff,
day and
though. Like
scroll
they're
and I never see your stuff, but I'm following you, I'm like, but I never see your stuff. So I'm like, why am I following you? I'm going to just go ahead and unfollow you. It is part of Instagram's fault, but it's also that thing of what I started to do was I started to go because Instagram has on their thing like who you most interact with. I keep that, but then if it's like least interaction, I'm like, well, if I don't interact with them enough, I'll go back and I'll look at their page and I'll be like, well, I really don't want to follow you anyway, and I'll unfollow. But if at some point I'm like, oh, if I want to go back and like see what you're doing, I know how to just type in your name and search it up. But I'm like, so my followers
Uh-huh.
list, I don't care. I'm not looking for more followers because it's like, cool, you're gonna like my photo, you're gonna know more about my life. Great. I don't really care if you do. But who I follow, I like to monitor that because I don't actually interact with that many people. I really only interact with like 50 different profiles, truthfully. And I don't miss
Okay.
the other
So
ones.
I have a question.
I
Yeah.
don't think you
So I have a
can.
question. Seeing as though we're on the topic of Instagram, does anyone know how to limit the amount
No,
of advertisements that
you
pop
can't.
up on your Instagram feed
Jarrell.
Well, you
because
know,
Me too,
I am
Jarrell.
fed up.
Facebook
I'm
took
fed up.
I am
over, and
fed up.
Facebook is
They
using ads.
constantly just
Facebook's
put
over Instagram. They're
ads
using
after
ads to get
ads
their
after
money.
ads. I didn't sign up for
That's how
ads.
they all
I
are now,
didn't.
though. You know.
Yeah, be
You can
like
just
Joy and just deactivate. They don't care about your complaint.
you can just deactivate like
No,
me.
that's
It's
right.
fine.
That's
I want to
Joy.
file a complaint.
Facebook.
Joy's
I
gonna
Joe
who
deactivate.
Joe
who's
Bezos.
who's
Joe
the CEO?
Jeff
Mark
Jeff.
Zucker, whatever his name. Oh no, that's
No,
No.
no.
Amazon.
And
Isn't it?
Amazon is
Oh,
what's his name? Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg is
Jeff
Facebook.
Bezos is Amazon. Okay, so I was correct.
But
Um,
I mean, Jerome, I get it because I be in that same boat. Like I literally used to be on Instagram a lot. I'm not on Instagram anymore because I'm on it, but I really very rarely post and I very rarely like anything anymore. And I know people are probably, is she on Instagram? I am,
Mm-hmm.
but I get bored very quickly, and I get frustrated when if I'm scrolling and I see somebody's picture from 4 days ago, and I'm just like, if I double tap this, it's like, yep, I saw it 4 days late. Oh well. And then after I know I give myself really, and I know this is probably bad, and there could be someone out there that does the same thing.
Mm-mm.
I give myself 20 swipes, and then I'm done. I'll be like, if I ain't catch
that's
you,
not
Sometimes
bad.
I don't even get
sometimes
sometimes I
it be
don't even
five. I'll
get
be like
on. It
one,
just feels like if
two,
I'm looking for
3,
something
4,
specific or I want to
and
see
5.
like
And if
what
I ain't
y'all are
catching those
doing and
5,
what y'all are
I'm
posting
sorry.
like in your stories, then I'll get on. But like I don't think I've really been on longer than like 15 or 20 minutes in the last like at least month.
Yes.
Like I might get on. I might not even get on some days. Like I'm just like I don't really have time to be scrolling through all this stuff right now. It's
It's
not.
hard. Mm-hmm. I don't get on it. It hurts my head.
So two things. One, going back to like your follower and unfollowers and who you follow. At first, I thought you were gonna say that you like who you're following to be like less than your number of followers, because that was a big thing for a long
Mm-mm.
time with people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I would say earlier in like Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no.
but I get what you're saying with how many people you see or
Mm-hmm.
don't see. For me, I realized at some point, because I did the whole like, I tried to, limit the amount of people I was following to some extent because like that numbers thing. But then I realized how much I was missing out on in terms of like inspiration or different types of content, because you have like the funny pages, you have the inspiration pages, you have the business pages, the architecture pages, the real estate pages. And then I follow like beauty pages, even though I don't really do like a lot of that. So
Mm-hmm.
it does limit your content,
Mm-hmm.
but the other side of that though is if you don't get on often, you're always seeing something new because of that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
So yeah, that's. But I get what you're saying because it's like so I follow. For me, I stopped following. I'm not following as many people anymore. I'm follow like the people that I follow are the people that I know. So like really, if you go on there, it's a lot of companies, like you said. It's a lot of different pages, and it's a lot of the same thing. So it'll be like I'm following, let's say, like there's this one hairstylist in Atlanta. I follow her for Atlanta, and then there's another one in Florida. But then there's like how many architecture pages do I follow? How many business pages do I follow? How many celebrities do I follow? I limit the amount of celebrities that I follow because I really don't care about their life. Like you could, if somebody were to go on my Instagram right now, please tell me how many celebrities I follow because if the number is over 40, I need to limit it because I really don't care. Like I don't follow Nicki Minaj. I stopped following Meg Thee Stallion. I don't care anymore. Like I'm just like I don't like if I need to look at it, I'll go to Twitter or I'll Google your name. Like, oh, what are you up to these days? Like I don't really care to want to see all your posts for your ads that you're doing on my feed constantly. So I'm over it now. Like I'm
Yeah.
a lot of the pages that I post are like Kev on stage,
Yeah, that's I
embracing
mean
Black
pretty in line
culture,
with the stuff that I
like
follow
funny
too. Like I
stuff
used
and
to follow a lot
inspirational
more
stuff
people,
because
and
I
now I
just don't have
follow a lot of
time
like the inspirational
because
pages or like
it's draining.
I'll
Really,
follow rehab pages so I can get some ideas for my like exercise programs and stuff like that. And so like I'll get on for that, but otherwise, yeah, not as much for entertainment purposes, I guess, just to follow like what my actual friends are doing, and then like all these other extra pages.
Mhm.
I don't TikTok. Nope,
Twitter. I
I
mean,
don't
like
have time. I can't get sucked into the TikTok.
if you
Well,
want entertainment, go to Twitter and TikTok.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
That's my
okay. So
that's me.
that's the thing. I
So
think
good.
you're more on.
Like,
Yeah.
TikTok is good. I learned a lot. But I go on TikTok to actually. I've learned a lot from TikTok. Like, I don't know about
how are
y'all,
you
but
supposed to put the trash can in the trash?
yes,
Really?
Trash
Jarrell,
bag in the
there is
trash
so
can.
many things that we have been doing wrong. Like, did you know that the way that we put our trash bags in the trash can is wrong?
No, I
So when
didn't.
you put your like when you open
Wait,
up your
what?
trash bag, right, the
I don't understand.
ridges, you're supposed to
What are you
literally
saying?
put the flap over it and then push down. You're not just supposed to put it in the bag. We have literally been putting trash bags in the trash. I need to get.
Repeat.
Okay, so you know how when you get a trash bag, right, and you flop it open and you just stick it in your trash can? That's not right. You're putting the outside in. You're supposed to put the top, like how you pull it, you're supposed to put it over your trash bin and then push it down.
um,
We have been putting our trash in the trash bags inside out.
are we sure that that's the way we're supposed to do it?
As well as, okay,
That sounds like
it's not.
semantics,
No,
right?
she's saying
Because
like when you open the bag, you like basically
Glass.
You gotta
turn it
find the
upside
video.
down and put the
You just
part
gotta
with
find the
the
video
drawstring
because right
on the
now
trash
it
can
sounds
and
like
then
the
push
same
the
thing that we've
bag
been
down.
doing.
It's not. But anyway, correct. And
Oh.
then
What
you
do the
push it
what do the
down.
trash bag companies say?
Yes. But
Mm,
anyway, no,
that
because
sounds
that
like
don't
think about
sound
extra
it.
work.
right.
It is right because think about it. When you're putting trash bag companies are literally saying like, yes, you've been doing it wrong because they have scented bags. They have scented bags, so the scent has always been on
Interesting.
the outside of the bag when it needs to be on the inside. So when you're putting
Of
your
yo
food and stuff
bag.
in there, oh my god, y'all, wow! Just go watch it. Just go watch it. But the other things that I've learned on TikTok, I've learned. So this was like when I first got on TikTok, I didn't know. So like you know how if you get chicken tenderloins, I
Somebody
never knew
sent
how
me
to
that.
freaking take the
Somebody said that
tenderloin
works well.
out of the chicken.
Oh,
All you
okay.
did was you put a
Because it's
fork
cheaper to
on
buy
one
chicken
end and then you
tenderloins
literally slide it out. And I
sometimes.
was like,
So
that's some.
That one was good.
me neither.
That one was good. I was like, it does. I was like, okay, it is. But I just never knew how to take out that tender. I was like, how is it supposed to take it out? But now you take it out. And but there's like a bunch of stuff that I've saved on here too. That's just like I would have never known to go to a certain spot in Florida. I would have never known to go to a certain vacation. Like it's just like so many things are just because people will teach you how to use. So one thing that I learned how to do is how to really use my air fryer to the best capacity that I should be using it to. Because you know you get an air fryer, you're like, oh, I can just put some chicken in there. I can just do. No, there's a lot that we could barely do with these things. There's a lot that we could set up when it comes to like podcasting. Like I
Yeah.
follow a bunch of people on TikTok who are doing stuff. So I was like, okay, and it's just like it's like a
I just
mini
feel like I will
shorter
get
YouTube
sucked in
because you know we go to
and
YouTube
I
for
will
everything.
not be able to get
TikTok, I
off,
be
and then I'll just waste a bunch
why
of
you doing
time.
this on
And you know
TikTok?
how I
And
feel
there
about
it
trying to be
is.
intentional.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you do, you do,
Yeah,
you
that's
do.
what I do on Instagram, anyways.
Mm-hmm. You just have to do it before you go to
See, I
sleep.
feel like that's so long.
Do it
Look at
before you
that
go to
I
sleep.
word.
And set a timer on it. You can
Intentional.
set timers and stuff. Like I go on
That's fair.
TikTok for probably throughout the entire day for like an hour.
Yeah. And I mean, it just highlights the fact that we're in a knowledge-based
Mm-hmm.
economy, right? And when you think 20 years ago, we were using, I know for me, I was using encyclopedias to complete a research project. But now you can like quickly go to Google. In your case, maybe go to TikTok. I don't know. I don't have a TikTok.
I go to both.
But I do.
I go to both.
Oh, you can
Two.
go to both. Yeah, yeah. So, but I do feel as though it's highlighting the fact that we're in a knowledge-based economy now. But the hard thing now, and I think this is going to what Cheryl is trying to explain, is like, you know, allocating your time and realizing, okay, what's most important and how can you, maximize your time to the best uh, of like however you're able to do it. So I think that's going to be the difficulty now moving forward, like being able to say, okay, how much time can I allocate to TikTok? How much time can I allocate
I
to,
think too, like
exercising
like some
or
things people put out here
extracurricular
on social
activities, whatever
media,
they may
like
be.
They're not always
So
true. Like,
that's one
it's
of the
not
major
always like
difficulties I foresee for
factual, right?
myself.
Like,
I'm not sure for
so that's
anyone
the other
else,
thing of
but
like, is
yeah,
this actually like, is this actually how you're supposed to use this product? Is this actually like, is this safe? Blah blah blah. Like, on a number of different levels. Like, I've had athletes that are like,
yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
found this like injury page on TikTok, and I'm just like, oh Lord.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it is filtering. Like you
yeah,
have to really
yeah,
filter out what you want, what you want to learn, what you don't want to learn, and I think that's why it's social media and the internet is a lot
Mm-hmm.
more dangerous than it used to be. And that's why I don't know, like I'm on it, but I'm on it at a different rate than when I was younger. Like kind of like the kids nowadays. Like I don't know what younger kids today are doing on the internet. I am not pressed to find out either because I genuinely I don't want to know. I don't want to know how they're utilizing social media. Now I feel like a lot of kids are into things that we weren't into because they were exposed to it a little bit sooner. But I'm gonna push that back to their parents and be like, "Hey, y'all gotta monitor your kids because they're learning a little too much, a little too fast. Like think about it in the terms of when I saw these high school students graduating, they didn't look like high school students. They looked like they were graduating from college, and I was just like, what is happening? Like it's like they're going from kids to wanting to be an adult, and it's like you really adults have bills. Do you really want that at 18? Quite yet.
It's
I
like
would say
not like
wait till
wanting
you
to be
joke.
18 adult either, you know, because there's like the 18
Yeah,
I'm legally an adult. They want to be like they want to be our
25 adult,
age. They want to be 25. They want to
Agreed.
go
Like, you don't want to
like
be here.
17 to
Got a lot of
25
bills
or
to
and
pay.
they're
13
looking like it,
to 25.
I
I,
and they're
10
me
out of
looking
10
too.
like
do
they're
My
not
older.
mom was
recommend
cooking for
being
me
this age.
still. Like, I didn't have to
Thank
worry
you.
about
But you
meal
know,
prep, and I
I
went
want to be
back
Mia
into the
18.
saying
grocery
I want to
store.
be
Mia
18,
saying
And
and
there's
that.
bills
I
to
will live out
pay.
18 for
It
like
was
a good
good.
10 years.
Shoot.
18
I
was
about this
ghetto,
bill.
y'all.
18 was
No,
ghetto. 18 was
no,
good.
18
We go
was ghetto. I
17.
was a freshman. Like
28.
21 was
I
good
had a
too. Yeah.
job. 18 was ghetto.
Yeah, that's true.
18. I'll go back to 21. I'll go 21.
No.
I'll go 21. 21 was a good year because I was legal. Just
How
couldn't rent a car.
crazy is that?
but so just think back
Times
to
have
like the
changed.
early
Oh God, Lord,
1900s,
too.
right? So individuals were getting married when they
Disgusting.
were like 12,
Disgusting.
13, 14. And so, you're comparing now where
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
times have changed.
Thank God.
And it seems as though, and yeah, like individuals who are 18, they're wanting to be 25, but with less
Correct.
responsibilities, right? Because when you think back in the 1900s, these folks were having kids. They were
Can
like on the farm,
can we
taking
on a
care of
somber
the
note
chickens
talk
and the
about
pigs,
the
all that
fact
stuff.
that,
And so it's crazy
like,
to think where we've come now.
obviously I work in
But
college.
you know, just
Half
interesting to
of
do the
my
comparison.
athletes weren't born yet when September 11th happened. I was talking to one of my coaches about that yesterday, and I just thought that was very strange to me. And to them, it's like, I'm like, I wonder if they learn that in school? I would imagine that's part of like history class now, right? Like,
We lived
so
through
interesting. Like, they
that.
don't have those same like emotional attachments to that day. Like, I was just like, this is
It
so
is.
weird.
It is now.
So that's where we've gotten in life. It's crazy.
They don't know what that day was like. That day. Whew, 20
Oh, I'm
years ago.
sure. Yeah. It's just now we're old enough to have that same thing.
Well, I'm sure
Yeah.
our parents, grandparents probably feel
So
the same
weird.
way about certain stuff in
Yes.
history
Oh
that
yeah.
they went through that
Vietnam.
we didn't have to go through. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Like
Old.
I honestly. So I think yesterday
Yes.
Watch.
morning
Yes.
we were up watching the remembrance, and it was just really eerie to be like, oh my God, like I was in the third grade when this was happening. Like I remember sitting in front
Well,
of I was in piano class, and the TV was there, but then the
first of
teacher came
all,
racing in and
yeah,
started
when
playing the
I
teacher
was
playing
in
TV
third
on,
grade,
and at that point one of the
that's
towels had already
no.
been hit,
They
and
made
then they
sure we
literally
didn't
sat us
know
there
what
and
was
That
just
is
watched
going
not
us
on.
watch.
Like,
appropriate.
granted, like
Girl,
I lived in New York at the time, but like
They sat us there and
we had
watched,
no
and we
idea.
watched
They
the
were
second
just
tower get hit.
like something has happened. You guys are being sent home.
Nope.
Like our
We
bus
knew.
drivers were not allowed to turn the radio on so that we couldn't hear anything. Well, I was in upstate New York. It wasn't like I was in the city.
They sent you
Really?
home instead of locking down?
We went home. Yeah. Right. No,
I think we went on
home.
lockdown here in North
We
Carolina.
went on lockdown. We went on lockdown. In Florida.
Yeah. Because they didn't know where would
They
we
didn't
hit
know.
next.
People were scared here because NASA was here, so people were like freaking out. And I remember after we
That's
saw the
crazy.
second tower.
Did they talk to y'all about it? Like, that's wild.
And they didn't let us leave the classrooms that we were currently in until it was like maybe like an hour.
Yeah.
So our teacher was there, like our teacher was in the classroom telling us like what was going on, and she's like, "This is a very scary moment," and this and that, and so like we're all like crying and like freaking out, and then they brought everybody to the cafeteria, and then once we were in the cafeteria, parents were calling their kids out. Parents were coming to get their kids, coming to get them one by one. My mom came and got me, and then
but I think like
home,
I lived on a military installation, and at that point, like it's like heightened security, like all over the place, obviously, because you don't know what's gonna happen. But no, like I didn't know anything. I walk into our house at the time, and I walked down the hall, and I just see like it had like on the TV the replay of like what happened, and I just started like bawling my eyes out. But yeah, it was scary. Like we're like, okay, well, are they going to come attack this next? Like, you just didn't know what was going to happen. But yeah, no, they sent us home.
It was scary.
But I think if they had locked us down, though, the same thing would have happened. Like, everybody's parents would have came and got them, like, especially with a lot of us living on base.
Wow. They did not.
So
it was crazy.
That was crazy.
It was crazy. It's that's like honestly.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
20 years ago is like this is our first major historical event that is now in history books. Like we're think about like our parents. Like our parents probably grew up in civil rights. That was their first historical event that was now in history book. And we aren't done. Like we've lived through a lot of historical events that
we're old.
That are now
getting old, y'all.
Are like, oh,
I know, that's crazy.
That. And we're like, you learned about it? We lived through it.
I'm not mad about it.
We're old. We're almost 30. I mean, but I'm excited.
Oh wait, so I thought about this.
Oh!
We're actually at 28, 12 years from 16, and 12 years from 40.
You can't be saying things like that, just casual.
And on
at
that
the same
12
time.
years from 40.
Right? I gotta go. Like,
I gotta go.
Oh my God.
That is.
I gotta go.
That's terrifying.
She said 12 years.
I thought about posting it on Instagram so I could ruin
Clearly,
everybody's
she
day
chose
and not
violence
just
today.
mine. Like,
Don't do that.
Damn.
Keep it to yourself. Keep it to
I'm
yourself.
choose violence.
And then, so you know, you can edit it out. Edit it out.
Why is she doing
Violence.
this to us? Oh my God. Okay.
Well, we're 12 years from 40, so it's been nice.
I don't really know how to go on from there. So, yeah. Well, listen. This was our first. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, typically we don't ever end it on violence like that. Sometimes we do, but Zakiya really chose violence today. So we're gonna go ahead and
We got a lot to
just
do.
wrap this one on up because I don't really know if I can go on now because I'm thinking about 12 years ago. I'm about to be 40, and 12 years ago I was 16. I have a lot to get done by the time I'm 40. Like I gotta get going. But without further ado, we do appreciate you all for tuning in today for the premiere of our visual podcast, season 3 of The Sounding Board. We really sincerely appreciate all of you tuning in today, checking us all out, seeing what we're all about. We are going to be doing this probably bi-weekly. We won't be doing it every week because all of us are busy because now we have 12 years until we're 40. But nonetheless, as always, stay healthy, stay blessed, stay active, no stress. Be breezy, y'all.